Hey you guys, welcome to a new episode of Food and the Single Guy with me, your very own Amaru. Now on this episode of Food and the Single Guy, I am going to cook a typical home-cooked meal from my country. And it's called Amsoi. And I'm going to cook the Amsoi with some smoked chicken. Now Amsoi is a vegetable that is related to your kale and your cabbage and your mustard leaves and in America, your collard greens. But this is called Amsoi, like I said, and it has a slightly different taste and texture. Now let's get to it, shall we? Now in our cooking, we're very big on one-pan dishes, and this one is no different. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to wash the leaves very well under a running tab because you don't want any sand in your vegetables. And as you can see, I'm washing them one by one. Next, what I'm going to do, I am going to chop off the stems of these leaves. Normally, I would use them, but these are a little too tough for my taste. And just on a side note, this vegetable has a tendency to generate a lot of water when you cook it. And most of it comes from the stems. So getting rid of them this time is not such a bad idea. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to stack the leaves on top of each other. We're going to roll them up like a very big thick cigar, and then we're going to finely chop them into nice thin strips. And this is the way I like my Amsoi, just an FYI. Now traditionally we cook this with salted beef, but baby, it works with a lot of different types of meats, let me tell you. You can use chicken, regular chicken. I'm using smoked chicken. You can use dried shrimp. You can use fish. It doesn't matter. It will taste great regardless. Okie dokie, now let's continue. We're going to heat some oil in a pan, like so. Then we're going to saute our shallots. I'm using shallots this time, but feel free to use onions if you so desire. We're going to saute the shallots and the garlic and the Scotch bonnet pepper, of course. How can we forget that? We're going to saute that for about 3 to 5 minutes, upon which we're going to add our chicken stock cubes and half a tomato. And I'm using half a tomato, you guys, because tomatoes also have a tendency to generate a lot of fluids when cooking. And considering the fact that this vegetable also generates a lot of water when you cook it, you don't want to add to that because we're not making soup. Now we're going to let this simmer for anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes on medium heat. Then we're going to add the smoked chicken to the pan. And as you can see, the chicken is not thoroughly cooked. It is smoked. Make sure to allow the chicken to simmer on medium heat for at least 15 to 20 minutes before adding the vegetables. Now speaking of vegetables, the minute you add them to the pan, you keep on stir frying them on high heat. Do not turn down the heat. Do not cover the pan because like I said, we are not making soup. If you cover the pan or if you turn down the heat, it's going to generate a lot of water, a lot of fluids. And as you can see, even though I turned up the heat and I kept on stir frying it like crazy, it still generated a lot of water nonetheless. And do keep in mind, this vegetable is done within 3 to 5 minutes, no longer. Now when it's all done, it should look a little something like this. And doesn't that look yummy? Let me tell you, it was. Anyways, you guys, that concludes another episode of Food and the Single Guy. Thank you for watching yet again. Hopefully you'll join me on another video very soon. In the meantime, have a good day. Happy cooking, happy eating. Be well, take care, much love, and all of that good stuff. And I'll see you soon. Bye.